Picking your perfect movie night, theaters or streaming? The way we watch movies has changed a lot over the past decade. We used to only watch movies in movie theaters or on physical media like DVDs. But today, many people also watch movies through streaming services, such as Netflix and Disney+. Movie theaters or cinemas offer a special atmosphere. The big screen, loud sound, and watching with other people can make the experience more exciting. Seeing a new movie on its release date in a theater, especially a premiere, can be very fun and enjoyable. Some premieres, featuring special events like actor meet and greets or exclusive items, can be really special for movie fans. However, there are some bad parts about watching movies in theaters. Tickets can be expensive, especially for IMAX or 3D shows. Snacks and drinks at the theater also cost a lot more. This is because theaters make most of their income from concessions rather than ticket sales. Sometimes other people in the theater are noisy or they might use their phones, which can spoil the experience. Also, finding good seats can be challenging if the theater is crowded.
Welcome everyone to English for You. I'm Adam.
And I'm Elsie. So Adam, when you have some time off from work, what are your go-to activities?
Oh, well, I like to catch up on sleep, maybe go for a hike if I'm feeling energetic, or, finally get around to read a book. But if I'm being honest, and I like to be honest with everyone, if I'm being honest...
Why do you have to lie to our students?
I'm not. I'm just saying they deserve the truth. But one of my favorite things is to just relax and watch a good movie. What about you?
Same here. After a busy week, there's nothing better than kicking back and getting lost in a good movie or binge watching a new TV series. It's the perfect way to unwind.
Well, good. I'm glad you feel that way because today we'll be talking about just that. So sit back, everyone, get your popcorn ready, and enjoy the show. Our article starts off by saying, the way we watch movies has changed a lot over the past decade. There we see the noun decade. It's a period of 10 years. So an example sentence using that word would be, the city has changed a lot over the past decade with new buildings and roads everywhere.
Decade 这个名词呢是10年的时间。好，所以当你听到 a decade， 那就是一个10年。那如果是 10 decades， 那是几年呢 Adam?
You're really asking me how many decades?
A century. 10年就是100年嘛，就是 100 years， 就是 a century.
So
I saved you.
You think I'm 10 decades old then?
No, I'm just trying to tell our students how many years is it? It's 10 decades.
It's 10 decades, yes. A century. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not that old yet. All right.
Yeah, so we used to have to use tapes, right?
Yeah, I know. And I had a huge collection of them. But now you don't need them. Our article tells us we used to only watch movies in movie theaters or on physical media like DVDs.
Physical 这个形容词呢，指的就是有形的，那它也可以指身体的，比如说 physical health 指的就是你的身体健康。那当然心理的健康也是很重要，心理健康就可以说 mental health。那接下来呢，我们还看到了今天的文法重点 ，Let's take a look。今天的 Language in Focus 我们要学到的是举例说明的用法。英文当中要做举例说明的时候，有以下几种常见的说法。首先，你可以用 such as 加上名词或名词片语，那它带出来的意思就是像是或是比如说。那当我们用 such as 列举一连串的例子的时候呢， such as 的前方会习惯加上一个逗号，但你如果只有要举一个例子的话，前方就不需要加上逗号了。那给同学们一个例句哦。There are many ways to help our planet. 逗号 such as recycling and planting trees， 有很多方式可以帮助我们的星球，比如说做回收和种植树木。那因为举了2个例子，所以 such as 前面是有逗号的。另外 like 也可以用来举例，但是是比较不正式的，正式书写的时候还是倾向用 such as。那再来还有像是 for example、for instance， 你都可以把它放在句首逗号之后，接着做举例说明。给同学们另外一个例句 There are many things you can do in your free time. For example, 逗号之后说 You can go to the gym. 闲暇时间可以做很多的事，例如你可以去健身房。那最后当我们要用某人来举例的时候，可以说 Take something or somebody as an example. 好，当然你要加上东西也可以，或者是 take something or somebody for example.So
we're learning how much movies have changed and how to watch them over the past decade. And we learned that you used to be only to be able to watch movies in the theaters or in a physical media using like DVDs or tapes. But my question to you, Elsie, did you have, since we're talking about DVDs, did you have a DVD collection when you were younger?
Actually, I didn't, but I had a collection of CDs.
Oh, CDs, but not
Jay
DVDs.
Chow, Joe Ling, 周杰伦、蔡依林.
All right, so you had CDs to listen to, but not DVDs to watch. All right, well, jumping back to our article, it says, but today, many people also watch movies through streaming services such as Netflix and Disney+. Hey, we have Netflix, and you love watching Netflix, especially those crime documentaries.
对，那种犯罪的纪录片我最喜欢。I do love them. But do you think we should get Disney+?
Oh, I don't know. That might be too much TV or too many movies
or
for
Apple
us.
TV?
Oh my gosh, there's so many out there these
or
days,
Line
right?
TV?
Exactly. But, I think sometimes I still like to go to the movie theater. And, that's what our article is saying. It says movie theaters or cinemas offer a special atmosphere. We see the word cinema. It's a noun. It's a place where movies are shown on a big screen. Example sentence we could use would be, we went to the cinema to watch the latest Tom Cruise movie.Cinema
指的就是电影院，那你当然也可以说 movie theater。好啦，那如果呢你要说电影院里面有一个很特别的气氛，那你可以用 a special atmosphere。好，用 special 来形容气氛这个字，就是 atmosphere 这个名词。So sometimes if it's a big movie that you want to see, you actually go to the theater.
Right, I want to experience that special atmosphere.Okay,
and you can actually feel a little more excited than just sitting on your sofa.
Exactly. And our article says, the big screen, loud sound, and watching with other people can make the experience more exciting. Because, sometimes watching a movie at home, you'll fall asleep within a few minutes.Yeah,
I do that a lot because sometimes you pick terrible movies.
What? I pick terrible movies. I think sometimes my movie choice is pretty good. You just are so tired or you don't care for maybe action movies or sci-fi movies.
I don't. Or romance movie. Nope.
Yeah,
I just want my true crime documentaries.
Yeah, you're really into the true crime stuff. Well, jumping back, everyone, to our article, it says, seeing a new movie on its release date in a theater,especially a premiere, can be very fun and enjoyable. There we see the noun release. Release is the act of making a film, recording, or other product available to the public. An example sentence you could use in your everyday life would be, the new video game's release was highly anticipated by fans around the world.Release
这个名词是发行，是推出，当然它也可以当动词使用。那我们可以用，比如说 release a movie 发行推出一部电影，或是 release a new album 发行推出一个新专辑。那再来我们还看到 premieres 指的就是首映。那还有 enjoyable, what does it mean?
Right, enjoyable is an adjective. It means something that gives pleasure or is fun to do. An example using that word would be, the picnic was enjoyable, especially with the nice weather and good company.
Enjoyable 就是令人愉快的、有乐趣的，是个形容词。那你会发现，它就是 enjoy 这个动词加上字尾 able 变成的形容词。
Yeah, you really have to consider, do you want to go to the movies to experience that atmosphere to make it a one-in-a-lifetime or one-time event, right? When you're sitting at home, you can kind of pause the TV and it kind of maybe gets a little bit boring. But
you get distracted, right?
So many times have I been distracted. But if I'm actually in a movie theater or in a cinema, I will be glued, we say, glued to the screen. My eyes will not, be taken off the screen.
对，就是眼睛会黏住 because you paid for the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You paid for the movie and for the experience, like we're learning.
Yes.
Some premieres featuring special events like actor meet and greets or exclusive items can be really special for movie fans.
这里我们看到的复合名词 meet and greet， 它的意思就是名人与群众粉丝们的见面会。那复数型的话呢，你就在 meet and greet 后面加个 s，greets 这样就可以了。那 exclusive 这个形容词呢，指的是独家的或是独有的。
But remember, not everything is awesome about maybe seeing a movie in a movie theater. Our article tells us, however, there are some bad parts about watching movies in theaters.
Let me guess what a bad thing could be.
Okay, what's one bad thing?
Too many people? Could be sold out or long lines. You have to wait.
Yeah, good guess. I mean, that can be a problem. But our article says tickets can be expensive, especially for IMAX or 3D shows.
Yeah, everything is becoming more expensive. I remember I used to be able to get a ticket for $200 or less.
Really? Wow. Well, it's not just ticket prices. It says snacks and drinks at the theater also cost a lot more.
Yeah, this is so true, right?
Yeah, I mean, and that's probably why, especially in the U.S., we would sneak in, snacks and drinks because it was just so expensive.
Wait, you had to sneak them in? 偷偷带进去?
Yeah, we had to put them under our shirt or, try to sneak them in.
Oh, they don't allow you to bring your own treats?
No, you couldn't bring them in. And the reason for that is just like our article is going to tell us. It says, this is because theaters make most of their income from concessions rather than ticket sales. So there, everyone, we see the phrase rather than. It's used to indicate preference for one thing over another. Or you could say instead of.
Rather than 就是而不是。好，那另外我们看到的名词 concession 指的是特许经营的小商店，所以就是你到 movie theater 电影院去的话，你可以看到旁边有贩售一些你可以吃的东西，对不对？那些小商店，好，就是特许经营的，我们就用 concession 这个字。
Now, what are some other downsides? It says, sometimes other people in the theater are noisy or they might use their phones, which can spoil the experience.
Oh, I really hate that.
Yeah, I hate that too when people take out their phone. So they spoil that experience. We see the verb spoil. It means to impair the quality or effect of something. So an example sentence using that word, we could say, the loud noise outside spoiled the surprise party by giving it away too soon.
Spoil 这个动词呢是破坏，你在后面直接加上受词就可以了。那如果你说 somebody is spoiled， 那就代表这个人被宠坏了。
Yeah, our cat is spoiled, I'll tell you
yes,
that.
he is, very much so.
But I hate it when people are spoiling the movie with their phone being open because you can see the light from the phone, right? Even if they're not talking, you can see that bright light and it can spoil that experience. It makes it worse. Jumping back, everyone, our article says, also, finding good seats can be challenging if the theater is crowded. There we see the adjective challenging. It's something that is difficult but also stimulating and rewarding. So an example using that word, we would say, The math problem was challenging, but I felt proud when I finally solved it.
Challenging 这个形容词就是具有挑战性的。那当然，挑战本身 challenge 这个名词我们可以用 take on new challenges， 那就是接受新的挑战。那另外呢 ，challenge 这个字也可以直接当作动词用哦。好啦，不想错过更多精彩的 English for You 内容，就赶快订阅我们的 YouTube channel， 还有追踪 Facebook。All
right, everyone. Now that actually brings us to our For You chat question of the day. It says,Are there certain types of movies you always prefer to see in movie theaters? Why?
In movie theaters.
Is there a certain type of movie that you like to see in a movie theater?
Like you said, I love true crime shows, true crime documentaries, but I don't think I can watch them in movie theaters, right?
Yeah, they don't show those.
So if I go to a movie theater, I would want to watch an action movie.
Oh, really? Okay. Can you give me an example of an action movie that you would like to see?
Dun, dun, dun.
Tom Cruise Star movies
Mission
Tom Cruise.
Impossible.
Okay, Mission Impossible.
Geez.
All right, well, they come out with one of those every 2 years.
Yeah.
So, all right, for me, I would say sci-fi movies. I like a good sci-fi movie where it's science fiction movie about outer space or time travel. Things like that I find fascinating. Well, everyone, how about you? What are certain types of movies you always like to see or prefer in the movie theaters? Why? Ask your classmates, ask even your teacher, and you might find out what kind of taste they have in movies. That's all the time we have for today. My name is Adam.
And I'm Elsie.
We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Decade. Our company has grown so much in the last decade. I hope it grows as much in the next 10 years. Cinema. The cinema near my house has comfortable seats and shows the latest films every weekend. Release. The singer's new album release was celebrated with a big party and lots of cheering fans. Enjoyable. Last night's meal was really enjoyable. It included many of my favorite dishes. Spoil. If you tell Anne the secret, it will spoil the surprise we planned for her birthday. Challenging. Caitlin and Max needed to work together to play a challenging but fun board game.
智慧小补帖
Physical. Atmosphere. Premiere. Exclusive. Exclusive. Concession.